celebration of life. Get your daily balances, Kim Jacobs conjure way. We're here to open your eyes, making your day great and your life even better. Say, oh, daily balance, get your daily balance. Daily balance, get your daily balance with Kim.
Hi, welcome to Daily Balance. On today's program, we're going to be discussing emotional genetics. It's a fascinating subject, and I think you really will learn a lot. My guest was born and raised in South Africa. She's a multi-award-winning poet and author. Today, we'll talk to her about the dynamics behind success and failure in business, relationships, finances, and much more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Judy Smith.
Thank you.
Judy, I'm so glad to have you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
I'm really eager to jump right into this because so many people, you came all the way from South Africa. Tell us about where you're from.
I am from, I always say, the real capital of South Africa.
Okay.
Most people know Johannesburg. I'm from Pretoria.
Okay.
Yeah, right next to, but we're the real deal.
Oh, okay. Good. So what brought you over here to the States?
We were given a business opportunity, and it was good timing for us. And I always tell people I got really lucky because I have my roots in Africa and my wings in America, and I'm very pleased with both.
Oh, good, good. And your background is in the medical technology field.
Yes, medical technology field and also auto transfusion and vascular technology. So
Okay.
I'm what they call a highly pedigreed mongrel.
Okay, you're a comedian, huh? I know that you have a strong desire for community service. And when I was learning a lot about you, I've heard you speak before. I really want everyone to learn more about your community service work.
In South Africa, a lot of that was counseling work. I did rape crisis counseling and crisis counseling. And I did some of the self-actualization programs, really because I wanted people to be the best versions of themselves. Because I got lucky. I had good parents and a good home, and I wanted to share that.
Did your parents come to the States too?
They did.
Oh,
Actually, they
yay.
came to the States, and my father was killed here.
Aww.
So it's been different.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Your mom is still around?
My mom is with me, and she's a honey.
Is she? Sweet,
She's
sweet.
good.
And earlier you had said that you came here for a business opportunity. What type of business
The
opportunity?
business opportunity was one of those medical devices that ultimately took a different direction.
Okay.
But what happened for me was there were a lot of people saying, we could really use your expertise.
Right.
We'll give you work under the table, because I didn't have my green card. And I kept thinking, if I'm going to start in a new country, I can't start dishonestly. So I didn't.
Okay.
And I also didn't want to go nuts, so I started writing books.
Oh, good.
And I started writing psychological thrillers, and I was doing research for my fourth book and met somebody who said, I'll teach you this work.
Oh, good.
And in exchange, I will help you with your books. And so I learned his work, and I'm still waiting for help with the books.
Oh, good. Oh, you're still waiting.
I'm still
for
waiting.
So, but in the
Didn't get
meantime,
it.
you're moving on with your books because you're the author of Tomorrow, A Rainbow.
Right.
And you want to tell the audience about that?
Tomorrow, A Rainbow, they're both psychological thrillers. This one is set in South Africa
This
and
one is
in
Tomorrow,
England.
A Rainbow, and then also The Emeralds Flashed.
Yeah, they're a little bit, I guess, I'm often compared to Robert Ludlum. Those
Okay.
kinds of books. So they're fast action, but set in Africa.
Thank you so much for sharing with the audience. And you do a lot on behavioral genetics. What
I
is
do.
that all about?
Behavioral genetics is also very widely known in Europe as family constellation work.
Okay.
And one of the reasons that we use both is because people say, constellations, what? Stars, Leo, no.
Right.
Constellation in this context means a grouping of family dynamics or family components.
Oh, like the constellation normally is a star.
Exactly.
But this is the grouping. Say it again, because I know.
Family constellation work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the grouping of the family.
It's the grouping of the components of the family.
Okay.
And what happens is it's set up in such a way that it begins to bring up the hidden patterns in the families, and we all have them.
Okay.
We all have them. And those are the things that allow us to be successful or to fail. And they're so deeply hidden and so unconscious that we don't even know we have them.
And this is both the positive and the
Absolutely.
negative attributes.
Absolutely. In fact,